Hello, welcome. Thanks for joining me. We're at day 19 of Noah's bike build. Today's topic, Lean Mechanism 3. It's been a while, so just to refresh everybody's memories, I'm building a mini bike for my newborn grandson Noah. The aim of the bike is for him to sit on. He's coming up to 10 months old now. He's standing. Next step will be walking. So the aim of the bike is for him to sit on with some assistance from mum and dad. And to get the experience of riding a racing motorcycle on a racetrack. Something along the lines of a Grand Prix race. Criteria for the bike is it must be self-standing. It must lean to control the game. Now this lean will be under adult assistance to start with. So it has to lean and then it has to return back to vertical. I don't want any accidents with the bike toppling over. That's why it has to be self-standing. How am I going to achieve the lean and the return to vertical? Well, that's what today's topic is. If you've been following the build, you'll see that I bought a pair of the rear suspension dampers from a mini motocross bike. Now they use these type of springs, but it's vastly over-engineered for what I want. I found good old online auction sites with a box of springs, and in the box was a suitable rated spring. I needed two, so that meant sending for another box. They'll come in for other projects. So that was the springs sourced, or a starting point. Bear in mind that there's no way I could calculate what spring I wanted. Like all my projects, you just have to start somewhere and build on any progress. So disassembling the pair of shocks from the mini motocross bikes, reassembling them with these springs from the Boxer springs ×2. It all looked promising. The shockers were two slightly different models. I think I've said earlier I didn't know which one was going to turn out best. It looks like I'm using both of them and just adjusting the design to suit the variance between the two. We're not talking about MotoGP here. We're talking about an introduction to motorcycle racing. I had a spare section that I cut off when improving the look at the front of the bike. This really came in handy for producing two fabricated brackets, and we see that the brackets include a mechanism to allow the shockers to work outside of the range of their stroke using slots. More of this later when we see it in action. Multiple slots cut in the box section tubing. The height of the bottom of each shock and the angle was experimentation again. I arrived at something that seemed to work, so I screwed the various wood pieces to the base, attached the shockers top and bottom, and was very pleased to see the bike self-standing. Next concern was, would it lean easily, not too easily, but return back to centre? Imagine you're piloting a motorcycle on a racing game. In this instance it's on an iPad mounted at the front forks of the bike near the top yoke. Imagine you're piloting a bike within a game. You're going to lean to negotiate a corner. According to your speed would depend how far you lean. Now I'm gearing this towards a complete beginner, so I just want the sensation of the bike leaning left and right from the centre line, and if the bike moves on the game, all the better. Without further ado, let's have a look at the tests. Now, I'd just like to point out that it may not be obvious, but when I lean the bike to return it back to centre, I just relax my grip on the handlebars. So there's no assistance needed by me or any subsequent user for the bike to return to the upright, and that's exactly what I want. So I'm very pleased with the result, and I hope you'll enjoy seeing that Lean Mechanism 3 has some strong possibilities. It needs refining, but there again, so do all my long-term projects. That's how they evolve. I get them built, I get them working, then I refine them to the point where they do everything they're supposed to. If you've enjoyed the journey so far, please give this video a like, a thumbs up, click on the like. Apparently it's more and more important for improving your YouTube ranking, so I'd appreciate it. Thanks for watching, and join me again soon for more of Noah's bike build.